Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, TeaToasTnTaroT. We're starting the day today with the Queen of Wands and Justice. I always say Queen of Wands, intuition. So what is in need of justice? Seven of Pentacles, money costs, hard work ahead. Could be a legal battle, someone going through the courts. You know, the cost of things and a legal battle. Life changing. Maybe something's happened. We'll find out what it is. And you're either going through the courts or deciding whether to take it through the courts. It could have changed your life, whatever it is, or the outcome could change your life. You know, so quite a big case with the justice there. A big court case. A legal battle. I mean, I say life-changing, could be divorce, you know. Criminal injury. Assault claims. It's quite a big case though. No, it's not a minor little. You have the financial cost of it. The financial cost of things might be preventing you from taking somebody to court. And it might not be justice. You might be letting justice escape. But will you be able to live with it for the rest of your life? That could be divorce or the end of a business partnership. That may signal, sorry, that could signal you're debating whether to settle out of court amicably, because the financial cost of things, when I say life-changing, it could ruin you financially. It could be life-changing in that way. You know, so anyone who's, this is ringing a bell with anyone, court case, legal battle, partnership, divorce, business, you know, even it could be like a car crash and you're deciding not to go through the insurance and deal with it amicably. So whoever this is for, or if it rings a bell with someone, you know, who's deciding, you know, leave the courts, leave the solicitors, we'll sort it out ourselves and amicably, you know, someone who's coming to that decision. Yeah, see, it's better in the long run. Keep the lawyers if you can. Keep the lawyers, keep the solicitors out of it, keep the courts out of it, because as we all know, they're the ones who win in the end. Like gambling, the house always wins, you know. So that's probably just a little message for anyone who's in that position, you know, and you're deciding whether to go through courts, or the decision is in the long run. I mean, you might want to, you know, I'm going to take them for everything. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Even the best in the long run for yourself. Try and work things out amicably. It'll be better in the long run. Like I say, without repeating, you might want to drag them through the courts. You might think, you know, I'll take them for everything, but in the long run, it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's a lot of stress, a lot of mental anguish, hard work, getting cases together, getting evidence together, this, that and the other. So anyone who's thinking of going to court, try and sort it out amicably. I think this is the decision you're going to make, obviously, and it's the right decision for everyone involved. That way, you're the winners, not the solicitors and the lawyers. Not everything goes in your favour, even if you think it will, so bear that in mind. Yeah, so you'll probably, if you drag it through the court, you'll probably lose more than you'll gain. Like I say, financially, mentally, bear that in mind. You might think you're going to win, see? Yeah, exactly. You might think, everything's sorted, everything's dealt with. There's no chance you can lose, basically. You might be thinking that. Don't be too sure. When you get into these courtrooms and we start speaking legalese and all that business, you could be sideswiped. Just pull this little piece of evidence out that you forgot all about anyway, without going into it. If you're thinking about going to court and you're thinking, I always say that's intuition, and even your intuition's telling you you're right, it's right. Yeah, it's the right decision. Take them to the court, take them to the cleaners. I always say trust your intuition, and your intuition is probably right, but you never know once you get in them courtrooms. They can be so corrupt, they can be so sneaky, like I say, with the legal talk and knowing loopholes and stuff. You've got to be careful here. Try and sort it out amicably. I'm not going to keep repeating, that's the message to someone. See, that's like he's swinging the sword, like I said. I've just said it. You could be sideswiped, blindsided by a sneaky piece of evidence. Yet, see, that's just, like I said, the legalese, the way they can, work a courtroom. They could get, more experienced legal advice. A friend in the legal business who can find out the loopholes and stuff. So even though you want to, even though with your heart and your soul's telling you, take them to court, do it. Don't. It's a case of either just leave it or sort it out amicably, because it'll do you a lot more damage financially, mentally, if you take it through the courts. And that's just, like I say, the way they can work things and twist things in the courtroom if you're not used to the legal process. Loopholes, I'm telling you, that's the final decision. That's like the judge bringing the gavel down. If you're thinking of going to court, don't. If you think, like I say, your heart and soul might be telling you, intuition, you're going to win. It's the right thing to do. Yes, it probably is, but you could come off a lot worse financially and mentally. Try and sort it out amicably, whichever way you can, whatever the situation is. You'll know this reading's for you. It's whether it's someone deciding to go to court. Don't. Sort it out yourselves, if at all possible, obviously. Because once you get in them courtrooms, like I say, and those experienced start weaving the magic and speaking another language, legalese, like I say, loopholes, like a piece of evidence, a loophole you don't know anything about. They found a loophole, yours hasn't. It'd be something stupid that'll trip you up. I said swipe you in the courtroom. So just, even like I say, keep repeating, your heart and soul telling you to do it. Think twice, try and sort it out between yourselves, whatever the situation is. You'll know it's you. It's specifically for someone who's deciding to go to court. Yeah, see, just take it. If even like it might be a case where it's going to the Crown, but it's not, decided yet. Take the offer. If your solicitor says, listen, with all the best will in the world, yeah, but they might be aware, be able to tell you of these little loopholes or a piece of evidence, something's going to trip you up. Offered it, a solution to stop the going to trial or jury or further expense and stuff. Yeah, see strength. It might take, all your strength to want to speak, want to get your side of the story out, but that's like, listen, like I say, if possible, I don't want to go into a list of crimes that I'd say, of course, you must go. But in this case, it's someone who can decide to go to the legal route or leave it or sort it out amicably. And like I say, it's somebody who, with all the heart, wants to go through the court, but you're better off not, because here's this again, loopholes. The lion, the court, the crown, said the house always wins, the solicitor's fees, the costs, the mental anguish, the work, evidence, looking through all kinds of stuff. Is it worth it? Like I said, I'm not going into heavy crimes where, of course, you must, this is a case where, like I say, like a divorce or a business partnership or something, and we've done you out of something, but if you can avoid the court, do so. Because even though you think you're right, some loophole or evidence or a bit of legalese, we keep them out shut, the lion, the court, the crown. Yeah, so you could be divorced, so there you go. It's a divorce case. I was picking that up anyway. Say you could be cheated on, house, kids involved, with all your heart and soul. You want to take them through the court, you want to take them to the cleaners. They could have been the one who cheated, and that's what you think in your heart. You'll win. But be careful. I keep picking it up, like I say, the magician, the loopholes in the courtroom, speaking legalese, waving the magic around the courtroom. A more experienced solicitor than you can get. You might come off worse financially, mentally. It's someone who's deciding to go to the court for divorce. My advice, these cards are saying, try and sort it out amicably between yourselves. Not even necessarily amicably, but just civil. Don't go through the legal course, just civil. So try and be as civil as possible, sort it out yourselves. It's for the best for you in the long run. Like I say, financially, mentally, stress into consideration. And the chance, I keep picking that up, like I say, a loophole, some little loophole where you think, oh, I can take them the cleaners. It's them who's in the wrong. I'll be the winner. I'll get the house, the car, the money, the, custody, whatever. Is it worth it? If you can just split it amicably, because some little loophole could trip you up, some little piece of evidence could just trip you up. So just be aware. You'll know if it's for you, this reading, or anyone you do know who's thinking of, in that I'll take them the cleaners, I'll do this, I'll do that, and you're thinking in the back of your mind, don't be so sure. Let them know. Sure, the cards are saying sort it out amicably. Even though you think you're the winner, even though you think you'll get everything. Legal loopholes. There you go. See, definitely, it's just saying, avoid the courts. You'd be sassy, so obviously you'd be looking at the back of everyone's head. There's the judge. Don't come and see me. Basically, stay out of my court. Sort it out between yourselves. The keys to the house there. Sort it out between yourselves amicably. Don't want you in my court. There's your answer. That's what the cards are saying. We leave it there. Good luck with everything. And you know it's right. What's being said. You know, the house always wins. The court always wins. The crown always wins. It's them who gets all the money. You know, the costs. Well, your cost would be mental health, stress, physical appearance would go due to all the stress. So just leave it. Stay out of my court. The pair of yous. Sort the keys. Sort the deeds. Sort the everything out yourselves as amicably as possible, as civil as possible. There you go. Good luck. Take care. Bye for now.